Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Alice. It was requested for me to take a look at this project and basically do some TA on Alice in the Telegram chat. So that's why I'm doing it. I am not involved in Alice in any way, shape, or form. I haven't invested in this project, so just be aware of that. And none of this is financial advice, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, I also want to mention the Telegram chat. Just like I said, you can request any project you want me to take a look at. I can do some TA in real time or make a separate video for a project. We're sharing great low cap gems in there and a lot of smart people who will help you out if you need some help. So starting off on the weekly chart for Alice, we are on Binance against USDT. We have the fib up, and as you can see, we have this Fibonacci level 2 projection, and that would be $39. So we're just going to stay conservative, and that would be our major target right now. So what I've done is I've placed the fib retracement from the very bottom, which would be somewhere around 26 cents, all the way to the high of the impulsive wave over here. That would be at $19.70 basically. So yeah, and basically we're in a downtrend right now and we don't have the EMAs right now on the charts, but I'm going to say and point out that this will be a major resistance level going forward, because that is where we got rejected from, and then we started making lower lows, and that would be $19.57. Pretty much you can say 1960. And yeah, we should also take a look at the 0.618 and the 0.5, because those bad boys are always a great level. They do have a lot of resistance and support going forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this area here just like this, and this is going to be the 0.5, the 0.618 level, and this is where you're going to see a lot of rejection off that level. And after we do get into there, then there's going to be a lot of sideways movement before we eventually see a pop to the upside. But I'm not saying it's going to play out like that. I'm just saying that that's how it usually plays out, or most of the time. So on the weekly, we have started forming this nice upper trend line support. So if we were to fall back down, we would want to jump and bounce off of it. Now, obviously, if we were to break down, do target this very low bottom that I have pointed out over here with this trend line that is $3.51. So now we have used it enough, and we're going to jump into the daily chart. Now, actually, before we do that, let's check the RSI. So I guess there is no data for the stock RSI, but if we use the regular RSI, then you can see that we are sitting at 40. So we're starting the climb to the upside. So there really isn't much data, because this is a very young project, you could say, or I believe so. But I do know that it was on the Binance Launchpad, and I haven't really done enough research into this. Just doing some TA because I was requested to do so in the Telegram chat, like I said. Now jumping into the daily chart, let's see what's going on over here. So yeah, we are adhering to this trend line that I've set up on the weekly chart, and on the 4-hourly chart it's even better. And this is the major rejection zone that I have pointed out for you guys. So starting with the low, that would be the $9.80 price range, and the 0.618 would be $12.30. So yeah, once we do get out of this area, then we're clear for taking out previous highs. But before we do that, I would say just be patient and accumulate. Now, with the 20 EMA creeping up to cross the 55 EMA for the bullish cross, this is called a bullish cross. When an EMA, like the 20 EMA, crosses above the 55, that is a bullish cross. And that is just confirming that we are starting this uptrend. But Bitcoin I mean, a lot of people are talking about 26K Bitcoin, and I've been talking about it on this channel for quite a while. That monthly 20 EMA is something that I have been targeting for a very long time, and I have been talking about it for quite a while. And I think that you should pay attention to that. But if we do indeed drop down, then I do expect us to come back to this $3.51. So that would be a nice place to put some bits into Alice, because as you can see, that is a strong support level. Now, in this trend line, as you can see, we might come back down and bounce off the 20 EMA because we don't want to get too overextended. Right now, we're holding the 55 EMA as support. That would be the red line. The 20 EMA is the yellow line. So as you can see, we were suppressed down by it. And now we are starting to get a bit overextended from the 20 EMA, and we don't want to do that. So the healthiest thing for us to do right now would be to come back down to the 20 EMA and bounce off of it and just keep on this uptrend until we get the bullish cross. That would be the healthy thing. The unhealthy thing would be if we drop back down, lose it as support, and then start another downtrend. But we don't want to see that, so we're just going to see how it's going to play out. If we take a look at the RSI, as you can see, we're starting to make higher highs each time we go up. I'm just going to point out the highs. So this is the first high, second high, and this is the third high over here. So it does seem like we are going to correct a bit because, like I said, we may have been a bit overextended right now, and we may need a little pullback. So as you can see, the MACD, we're starting to get above the histogram, just barely getting there. And we are a bit overextended on the MACD. So the moving average, the yellow line, is far away from the signal line, and that is an indicator of a reversal or a impulsive wave to the downside. So we are going to expect some downside, and I would give you a nice buy-in order over here off the 20 EMA, and the EMAs do move, so you have to pull them up on your charts to see where they are at the moment, because buying off the 20 EMA is probably the healthiest and the best thing you can be doing, and just dollar cost averaging based on the 20 EMA is a very popular strategy. Well, I don't know how popular it is, but I do know that quite a few people use it, and it is very good. So $5.18 is where we might be heading. Right now, we are sitting at $6.25 at the moment of recording this video. So if you wanna get into Alice, this would be a great price to do so. And just to show you how this works, let's pull up the fib and see how exactly are we gonna see, or where do we see the price coming back down. So the 0.5 is actually around the $5.18 that I just pointed out. So we might end up coming back down and just wicking off this area. That would be healthy. So the 0.5 is actually sitting at $5.27, a bit higher than I gave you, but you can just buy just a bit more higher than that. Have your buy order at $5.35 just to be safe. I always recommend having the buy orders higher than the fib levels, just in case they don't wick down enough for you, to grab you with that buy order. But that's it for the fib. That's it for the daily chart. And if we go to the stochastic RSI, as you can see, we are completely oversold on the daily and overbought. I do tend to mix up those two quite often. I do see that in the videos when I'm editing them, but I do apologize. So we're overbought right now, and as you can see, the stochastic RSI is a bit better than the usual RSI or the standard RSI because it has, I would say, more real-time value, because you can see that we're overbought, and every time we go up above this line over here, that's a terrible line, guys. But every time we go above the 80 index, we are gonna come back down. So potentially we're gonna come back down and then start coming back up. So we are gonna see a correction for Alice, and yeah, that's where we might see the bounce off the 20 EMA. Keep that in mind. And yeah, let's jump into the 4-hourly chart just so I can take a look at the 4-hourly and just give you some strong resistance lines. So All right, looking at the 4 hourly, as you can see, we are having this trend line. It's just a bit different on the 4 hourly. So I'm just going to adjust the trend line a bit, see what it looks like on the 4 hourly. Okay. I do apologize if this is a bit boring. All right, there we go. So I adjusted it a bit, but we might end up just coming back down to this support level anyways. And yeah, so a bounce off the 55 EMA is also possible on the 4 hourly, so that's what might happen as well. And the 55 EMA is currently at $5.52. So the drop off could be all the way to the 55 EMA, and we may not even come back to $5.18. Just keep that in mind, and I'm going to show you some strong resistance points that you should keep an eye on. So the first one we want to take out, and the first one that's going to mean that we're starting an uptrend and we're getting through those resistances, is this one over here. That would be $8.93. Next one would be here at $13.75. That would be a major resistance level. And obviously the top one over here would be at $19.57. That is where we got rejected initially and started this enormous downtrend. But now it looks like we're bottoming out, and we might start coming back up, and we just don't want to get overextended, because like I said, once you get overextended from the EMAs, you are going to lose the 20 as support and come back to the 55. You lose the 55, you're potentially coming back down to the 200, or you're potentially coming back to the 100 EMA. I don't often use the 100 EMA, but sometimes I do. So this is the 100 EMA, and the 100 EMA, as you can see right now, perfectly aligns with my support line of $5.18. So it all kind of points towards a little bit of a correction for this project, and that is exactly what we might see. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying into it right now because it seems overbought, and you just want to buy the dips and buy the corrections. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Alice, guys. Leave your comments below saying if you're involved in Alice, or letting me know if you want me to take a look at any other project, because I would love to take a look at all the projects you want me to, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.